All right, Favazz with Sammy Hagar here. So I was at the first show in West Palm Beach, Florida of this tour, and I could not believe my eyes what I was seeing. And now I'm here on the last show of the tour. It's craziness.
Well, Favazz, it really is crazy because I get out there and do this. I was so afraid of this set. We're doing 24 songs. And the last time, Van Halen, we toured, we did about 14 Van Halen songs. Well, we do 15 Van Halen songs, and we do 3 from Roth and then, at the era. So we're doing more Van Halen songs than I did in Van Halen. And I was a little nervous about it, saying, "Wow, what are people going to think I'm out here doing? What am I doing?" But we're doing it because no one else will ever do this.
Right.
And I really feel, Mike and I, like it's a responsibility. Otherwise, I wouldn't play that many Van. I mean, if they were out playing, I would play my normal 5 or 6 Van Halen songs like I've always done. Right. But Alex, he sold his stuff. He's done. Dave, he claims he retired, but
he's nuts.
It doesn't matter. He's not going to go out and do my songs. I can say for sure. So, yeah, we're the only ones left to do it, man. It's like, let this music die? Hell no. So I'm working. It was really hard putting this set together, picking the songs, and we got about 12 other ones that we can switch out as we go if we continue on. But this first leg, we wanted just to stick with the set list pretty much, and 99%. And it's just a great show. I mean, it is. I get out there and I just can't believe it when it's over. I'm going, what? We just did 2 hours and 17 minutes, 2 hours and 12 minutes. It changes a little bit every night because it depends on how much I talk.
Right. So, Kenny Aronoff. Let's talk about your Michael Anthony, Joe Satriani, and Jason Bonham, who you've had as a drummer for a long, long time. He just had a family emergency back in the UK. So how did you hook up with Kenny?
Well, I've known Kenny for a long time. Kenny has been my backup drummer for not just me. Hold it. You talk to Billy Gibbons, you talk to anybody.
Well, I know
they're going to tell you that he's their backup drummer because he's the only guy that you can hand a set list of 24 songs, and in 24 hours, he can play them. And he came in the first night. At the day he got there, 6 a.m. We played that night in Cincinnati, and he did a 90% perfect show. I swear to you, I make more mistakes every night than he did. So that's big hats off to this guy.
And he's going to be the drummer tonight.
Yes. He'll be the drummer until Jason can. The tour is over now, but we're going to Japan, and if Jason is still with his mom, he's got to be there till she either comes through or whatever. I shouldn't be talking about his personal business, but he's got a medical emergency with his mother. That's you don't ignore that. So we got Kenny, thank God. And if we have to go to Japan with him, we'll go to Japan. I just love playing with him because he's so enthusiastic.
He is.
He's the most enthusiastic guy. Oh, man, we're going to kill it. Oh, no, don't worry about me. He's like foaming at the mouth. He's crazy.
So last night you had a little weather issue. It rained in Indianapolis.
Favazz, as you well know from the first show, we've had rain issues.
Yes.
I don't think touring in the summer is what's going on anymore. I'm going to tour in the winter, to where at least it'll freeze and everything's fine. You know what I mean? We've had 60% of the shows either really heavy rain or it rained, right before the show. Twice now we've almost canceled shows, and that was once in Tampa. The show got postponed. Loverboy didn't get to play. Another time Loverboy had to cut their set in half. They went on an hour later. We've done everything to accommodate. I refuse to cancel a show unless somebody is good. It just cannot. It's terrible for the fans. They get all up for it. We're all up for it. Anyway, I couldn't do it. So last night it was going to get canceled, and I said I refuse to leave the stage. That's it. I'm not going to leave the stage. So I told a few jokes and walked around, and then for a half an hour, and then they told me you got to leave the stage because the people won't leave. They got to get the lawn people out. So they got the lawn people. So I really screwed up. Actually, I postponed it longer than it could have been, and then we got to go back on stage. We played about an hour. So we got about an hour 50 in, and I felt like we shortchanged the people. I go, we owe you 20 minutes of song.
That's good.
An hour 50, and when I realized, I said, most people don't play an hour 50, you know what I mean?
That was good.
So we did well, and people were happy, and it turned out great. But the storm afterwards, so we sat in the plane on the runway. It was lightning hitting us everywhere. It was just like, oh my God.
Wow.
It was the worst storm I've ever seen, quite as far as lightning goes, and torrential rain. So yeah, we survived. We made it to St. Louis about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
And no rain whatsoever?
Beautiful.
It's going to be a nice night.
Yes, it is.
Sammy, thank you very much for all these years of of real rock radio and red hot rock. And we love you. KSHE loves you. And I mean, the fact that you're here again, talking to me, talking to KSHE is a big thing.
It is. It's been going on a long time, and I want to thank you too, Favazz, and thank you for all the support KSHE's always given me and all my brands. I don't think I've had that much support in my hometown. I really don't. And wait a minute. I don't think. I know.
Yeah.
I know I haven't. Well, no one's been longevity like you and I.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
KSHE's been around longer than me, I guess, certainly.
67 years or 57 years old? 50?
Well, okay. I've been around since 72.
So you
know what I'm saying? So, hey, we have a great relationship. Let's keep it.
We'll do. All right, Sammy Hagar, everybody.